Hey world, and welcome to your newest quote of the week presented by Jeremy Alexander Newsome. That's me. I trust you're doing absolutely majestically tremendous. This particular quote, I don't know who it's by. It was in the book You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. So it might be by Jen. It might also be anonymous. It could also be by someone else. I haven't really Googled it. I just thought it was a really fun quote, and it's one that I think you will find fantastic. This quote is, if you are afraid of failure, that also means that you have the illusion that you can predict the future. That's a fun one. So if we think about that for a moment, if you have a fear of failure, that also means that you might think, or you have the illusion that you can predict the future because you're automatically assuming that you're not going to win at that. Here's what's interesting. There's been a really fun debate or some discussions on radio shows and talk shows and the news about participation trophies. Should we give our kids participation trophies? What do you think about that? What should we give them? Why should we give them participation trophies? And here's my thought on it. You have winners and you have losers, but losing does not mean that you are failing. Losing is simply a result of something. Failing is either A, giving up and never doing it again, or B, simply not learning from that process. If you lose, that is simply an outcome. We cannot control our outcomes. As you likely know, one of my goals in life was to become a professional stock market trader. And I do think that I have reached that goal. But during that entire process, there was many times where I would take a trade on a particular stock and lose on that trade. But losing is not failing. Those are two totally different things. So when it comes to participation trophies, I say, no, let the kids lose. Let them understand that yes, you participated, congratulations, but you lost. Let's learn from it. What could you do to become a little bit better next time? How did you think you did in that particular situation? How hard did you work? What could you have done better? And ask really good interpreting questions about what that particular individual could learn from that experience. Because fear and failure should never go hand in hand. Yes, you can be afraid of something, but what is it? You have to understand and at some point marry your worst case scenario. What is your worst case scenario? Find out, marry it, and be okay with it, because here's the truth, it's probably not as bad as you think. For example, if your worst case scenario is, well, if I do this, I'm gonna lose all my money. Okay, is that your worst case scenario? All of your money is gone, every single dime. I mean, you don't have a penny to your name, right? Whatever thing that you did, subconsciously, you're telling yourself that your worst case scenario, now again, is this actually worst case scenario? Because it's probably not. But is your worst case scenario that you're gonna lose every single dime that you possibly have? All right, if that's the case, do you have anyone that you could live with? And many of you go, yeah, I could live with my parents, I could live with maybe some friends. Maybe I could actually, oh wow, I have a friend in Montreal. I could go stay with them and live in Montreal, Canada for a year and learn and grow and learn French. So there's this whole other world that starts opening up once you realize, yes, you have worst case scenario, you lose all of your money. That might be most of your worst case scenario. But if you really dig down, you have to ask yourself, is it possible to lose all of your money in whatever it is you're trying to do? Is it impossible to get more money? So if you lose all that money, do you still have a job? Do you still have an income? Do you have any other means of getting money, right? Did you also lose the equity in your home? These are very important things to think about and really go through that process. In fact, I would love for you to reach out to me right now in my email. My email is jeremynewsome@gmail.com. If you have something holding you back, something that you're afraid of, let's talk about that together. Let's open up a dialogue and a conversation, and let's find out if I can help you understand, determine, and find out what really is your worst case scenario. Let's marry it and go, all right, this is worst case scenario. Absolutely, bottom barrel, what's worst case, but ready for this? What's best case scenario. So many people only focus on this, but so few people focus on what is the best thing that can happen from you taking that next step. Jen, great quote. I hope it was beneficial for you on this day. If you have any questions, I'd love to know your thoughts. I know I kind of covered a lot in that particular discussion. Feel free to post it in the comment section below here on my YouTube channel, or if you're here on my Facebook, also let me know below. What's your thoughts? What's your takeaways? And what did you like about the quote? I'll see you next week in the quote of the week. And until then, keep those brains on fire. You all rock.